Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Zap Electric Vehicles is on a mission to redefine the electric two-wheeler segment. Zap's debut product, the i300, is an urban electric two-wheeler capable of traditional motorcycle levels of performance in a step-through format, making them easier to use and more fun to ride. Now, customers ordering the i300 online will have their bikes conveniently delivered to their homes or office by authorized zappers who will provide at-home inspection, service, and support through the vehicle ownership lifecycle. And today I'm pleased to welcome back Swin Chatsuwan, the CEO of Zap, to give us an update on the company. And I know that there's been a lot of progress since we last spoke. So can you give us an update on what the company's been doing, the latest developments?
Absolutely. And first of all, thank you, Jane, for having me back on. We've achieved a number of important milestones in the last several months, so it'd be great to recap those. Firstly, i300 won another coveted design award in 2024, the IF Design Award. IF adds to the prestigious awards we won in 2023, the Red Dot and the German Design Awards. This brings the total to 9, and these awards are important because they validate i300 as being fit for purpose and for this most valuable segment of the two-wheeler market. It's a market that's much bigger than people in the US realize. It's expected to reach $200 billion in the coming years. It's also spread globally, including many high-growth emerging markets like India, Thailand, and Indonesia. i300 was designed for these markets in mind. In the US, people ride two-wheelers as a leisure activity, but in the rest of the world, they're what we call a consumer must. Also within the two-wheeler market, growth is expected to be high, and EVs are expected to be a large portion of that sales over time. Also, we've been much better prepared to scale to rapidly meet this demand now. We've installed our proprietary micro factory system at our own standalone reference site. This will also serve to refresh our cost-effective, fast turnaround time concept and to showcase our technology to candidate contract manufacturers. This particular site can assemble up to 21,000 i300s per year, either directly by us or by contract manufacturers. We can respond quite quickly and cost effectively as we roll out to additional markets.
Now, you've mentioned perhaps rolling out beyond Thailand. So would your strategy change if you go to, say, India, Europe, other countries in Southeast Asia? And if so, how?
Well, firstly, Thailand. We mustn't forget that it's the world's 5th largest two-wheeler market. It's right here on the factory's doorstep. It has a very high penetration of existing ownership. 84% of all Thai households owns at least one two-wheeler. So it makes sense to start there. As we expand globally, our omni-channel strategies are universal, so they should apply equally well to most markets. In terms of points of sale, we can deliver a number of solutions everywhere, depending on the destination and volume goals. We can do mono-brand boutiques, pop-up stores, formal and guerrilla events. We can appoint authorized resellers under our proprietary agency model. We've also mapped out strategic collabs with other brands and with selected influencers globally. As you know, we have developed a full-stack platform behind our website. Customers in each country can order vehicles directly online. The stack includes a detailed personalization system, which is part of the ordering process. The user experience is followed up by our proprietary garageless, van-based delivery and after-sales support model we call DSDTC, as I mentioned. Lastly, it's important to note that we've been very patient about our commercial launch. We didn't want to start spending on marketing before the other parts of the business were ready, and I think we've hit that point now. So to summarize, we developed Zap on our first product, i300, to address the most valuable segment of a large and growing global market. This market is concentrated in several emerging markets, and they also have a very high EV adoption rate.
Okay, Swin, thank you so much for the update. It sounds like you've got a lot of interesting things going on, so I appreciate your time today.
Great. Thank you again, Jane.
Thank you.
Roadzen is a global technology company using AI to transform auto insurance. Some of the world's largest car makers, insurers, and fleets rely on Roadzen to reduce accidents, process lightning-fast claims, lower insurance premiums. With annual revenues approaching $50 million, Roadzen is racing towards profitability. This isn't just AI. It's real-world innovation powering the future of mobility and insurance. Roadzen. RDZN.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. PetVivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. Use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.
Attention investors. Acurx Pharmaceuticals trades on the Nasdaq ACXP, is leading the fight against antibiotic-resistant infections with next-gen small molecule antibiotics. Targeting the $1.7 billion U.S. market for C. difficile, Acurx is driving innovation in a global health crisis. This is one stock to watch. Is ACXP an opportunity for your portfolio? Find out more at New to the Street.
BioVie is developing new medications for neurological disorders. And with me is the CEO, Kong Do, to talk about the latest here. And just tell us what kind of things is BioVie working on right now?
Jane, our lead compound is a drug called bezisterim. And in various clinical trials, it has shown that Parkinson's patients get improved muscle control on the drug. Alzheimer's patients have experienced a 68% slowing of cognitive decline compared to placebo after just 6 months of treatment. And because of the way it works, we're also going to explore how it could help patients suffering from the debilitating symptoms of long COVID.
Okay. So, and those are the things like that you have in the mix right now.
That's exactly right.
Now you mentioned the Parkinson's trial. So has that started yet? What's the timetable for that?
We have completed one trial in Parkinson's that showed that when you give bezisterim in combination with the current standard of care, which is a drug called levodopa, those treated with the combination experience greater muscle control than just levodopa alone, which is terrific, which allows us to treat moderate to severe Parkinson's patients. Our next trial that we are starting right now is going to give bezisterim to Parkinson's patients who need to go into medication for the first time, allowing us to go and see if we can help patients who are earlier in their stage of the disease.
Interesting.
And you can learn more about that by going to sunrisepd.com, and we're launching that study right now.
Okay. And then long COVID. So that's been an interesting thing that, is fairly new, obviously. What are you doing in that area? And what are you seeing in terms of long COVID? Have you figured that out yet?
Well, it's a really crazy situation.
Yeah.
There are 17 million Americans that suffer from long COVID right now, and there is no therapy for it. So everybody's suffering from brain fog, fatigue, malaise, and so forth. And over the course of the last couple of years, people have believed they tied the symptoms to inflammation that works through the exact same mechanism that the drug bezisterim works on. So because of that, we've received a grant for $13 million to go and explore whether bezisterim could help alleviate the symptoms of long COVID, particularly brain fog and fatigue.
Interesting. So, and what about that trial? Has that started?
We are aiming to start that trial in April.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
Okay. And then let's talk about this new series while you're here today with New to the Street, just to kind of bring investors and the public up to date in what you're doing. So what can viewers expect from the series? What kind of things, messages can we get out there?
Well, what we're really trying to do is to get the word out that BioVie is doing something that's very different than other companies working in CNS in these particular order. We are really focused on inflammation and how we can use the reduction of inflammation to affect and change the course of disease, right? And not too many companies are working on that. And so we're just trying to get people to understand what we're doing and understand our story.
Yeah, and I know you've been working with inflammation a lot and various things. So, and you recently received a notice of allowance for a U.S. patent covering a new liquid formulation of terlipressin. Am I saying that right?
Yes, terlipressin.
Okay, so tell me about that. What impact might that have on the company and the industry?
Our second drug actually is a drug called codename BIV 201, which is a new formulation of terlipressin. And we're using it to treat a terrible condition called ascites. This is late-stage liver disease. And by this point in time, the liver is so damaged that it's not able to process fluid the way it normally does. So fluid accumulates in your abdomen, and frankly, there's no treatment for it. So the only way that you can try to keep these patients alive is to put a large needle in and remove all that fluid physically. So these patients have to go into the hospital every other week or so and get a large volume, 10 liters of fluid removed.
Okay.
And BIV 201 could potentially be the first new therapy to alleviate that. And our clinical trials have shown that it can reduce the buildup by over 50%. So we are hoping to launch a phase 3 trial for that later on this year.
Okay.
And this patent essentially allows us 20 years of patent protection for that drug.
Interesting. So finally, just kind of looking ahead to 2025, you've got a lot on the plate already. We talked about it. Right. Is there anything else that we're keeping an eye on? Are there catalysts maybe coming from Washington that you're starting to watch, a new administration?
Right now for us, it's purely about execution of our clinical trial. We have an exciting 18 months ahead. So our Parkinson's trial that we're launching now, we're hoping to have top-line data on that later on this year, early next year. In our long COVID trial, we'll have top-line data early part of next year as well. Okay. So really exciting next 12, 18 months for the company. Okay, so this year's really just about getting these trials, seeing the results. I guess you won't get those for about another year, but that's really this year is focused on the trials and making sure you have the people and getting those underway. It's just getting the word out about the company, getting the word out to get patients who are suffering from these debilitating conditions to essentially volunteer for the trials. Yeah. Well, I know I've told you before, it's important work you're doing and life-changing for many people. So best of luck to you. Thank you so much, Jane. Thank you.
Roadzen is a global technology company using AI to transform auto insurance. Some of the world's largest car makers, insurers, and fleets rely on Roadzen to reduce accidents, process lightning-fast claims, lower insurance premiums. With annual revenues approaching $50 million, Roadzen is racing towards profitability. This isn't just AI. It's real-world innovation powering the future of mobility and insurance. Roadzen. RDZN.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. PetVivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. Use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.
Attention investors! Acurx Pharmaceuticals, trades on the NASDAQ ACXP, is leading the fight against antibiotic-resistant infections with next-gen small molecule antibiotics. Targeting the $1.7 billion U.S. market for C. difficile, Acurx is driving innovation in a global health crisis. This is one stock to watch. Is ACXP an opportunity for your portfolio? Find out more at New to the Street.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to New to the Street. I'm Anna Berry. Today, we're speaking with John Lai, the CEO of PetVivo, PETV, and we're discussing a groundbreaking strategic alliance between PetVivo and Digitallandia Corp. Now, this partnership is set to pioneer agentic AI for animal communication, a revolutionary step that could redefine how we interact with our pets. John, wonderful to see you. Thank you for joining us. And we want to start with, can you please explain to our viewers, to myself, what is agentic AI for animal communication?
So it's a really advanced technology. I mean, it's when you see it work, it just blows your mind. It's a living algorithm, basically. It goes out and it gathers data where it knows what a dog or a cat or what a horse is trying to say based on its movements, its sounds, and so on. And then you're able to build upon that when you load it into your phone, and then you start feeding it information from your dog, let's say, what certain barks. So it really customizes it specifically to your dog. So it allows you to have communication basically with your dog, or at least you know what your dog's trying to tell you. On top of that, you're able to create your own, what I call a valet or an agent for the dog. So the dog will speak to you, and it's in 26 different languages you can program it in, as well as giving it a certain accent. So it's really fun for the consumer. The consumer's able to talk, and the base version is free. You know, the basic translation. But to get it with the memory retention and everything, they would charge $9.99 a month. Also provides for the veterinarian and the pet owner a ability for the agent to tell both the vet and the pet owner, that they may need a vaccine at the time, or they may need, booster shots for all kinds of issues. So it is a very powerful tool to help improve the quality of life for the pet, as well as provide better communication with the owner. And when this tool launches, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, people will I believe, will fall in love with it.
Oh, I'm sure it is. So with this cutting edge technology, when's it available to all of us and the consumers and the vets?
I think to the consumers in about 2 weeks. It could be 3 weeks because they're fine tuning minor stuff. But as you know, when it comes to software, you're going to get 98% done pretty quick, and then the last 2% is what takes time. So conservatively at 30 days, aggressively 14 days. This will be ready for the average consumer pet owner to download, and there'll be a big marketing push because the CEO of Digitallandia had launched another company in the pet space, and he was able to get 40 million pet owners onto his system, which is quite impressive. That's why the partnership made a lot of sense. He reached out to me. He said, John, you seem to be pretty good at calling the direction of what's happening within the pet industry. I would like to partner with you. And I said, oh, absolutely. This is a product that will really, I believe, catch on with pet owners and help the pet owners really get more enjoyment out of their dog, cat, and horse, as well as really help PetVivo introduce their products to pet owners as well as veterinary doctors that will be using the app.
It seems like the perfect partnership. Well, we're so excited. You're letting our viewers know about that right here on New to the Street, and we will follow along and make sure that we all download this so we can have a wonderful communication with our dogs, cats, and horses. It's great, John. Great update. Nice to see you again.
Great seeing you, Anna.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Roadzen is a global technology company using AI to transform auto insurance. Some of the world's largest car makers, insurers, and fleets rely on Roadzen to reduce accidents, process lightning-fast claims, lower insurance premiums. With annual revenues approaching $50 million, Roadzen is racing towards profitability. This isn't just AI. It's real-world innovation powering the future of mobility and insurance. Roadzen. RDZN.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. PetVivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. Use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.
Attention investors. Acurx Pharmaceuticals trades on the NASDAQ ACXP, is leading the fight against antibiotic-resistant infections with next-gen small molecule antibiotics. Targeting the $1.7 billion U.S. market for C. difficile, Acurx is driving innovation in a global health crisis. This is one stock to watch. Is ACXP an opportunity for your portfolio? Find out more at New to the Street.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to New to the Street. I'm Anna Berry. Today, we're talking with Joe Davey, the CEO of Banzai.io. And Joe is a visionary, a leader driving innovation in the marketing technology. Nice to see you again, Joe. How are you today?
Good to see you, Anna.
All right. So you've got some good news. Banzai recently closed on 2 acquisitions. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we closed on a company called OpenReel, which is an enterprise video creation platform. Basically makes it really, really easy for marketers to go from capturing video to turning it into usable, branded video assets. Cuts the time down to do that, cuts the effort down to do that by about 10x. It's used by a lot of huge companies, Dell, Capital One, AWS. But, it's also used by a lot of smaller mid-market companies. So we've had a lot of success in that business in the last couple of months. We closed on that acquisition just at the end of last year. And we've seen a lot of success in cross sales with our existing core customer base. We've integrated the team really nicely. So we're really excited about the prospects of that. And then just a few weeks ago, we closed on an acquisition of Vidello, which is a suite of video creation products and everything from royalty-free music to AI-based image to video transformation to their flagship product, Create Studio, which is kind of the easiest way to use AI to make Pixar-style videos. Takes rather than hiring a team of animators and spending weeks or months working on a video. You can make a video in less than 5 minutes using some of the new features that have recently come out. And we actually did this for our company kickoff a couple of weeks ago. I personally made the kickoff video just because I wanted to see how it would go, and took about an hour to build a really professional 3D animated video. And so we've been super impressed with that product. In total now, this brings us to a run rate at the end of last year, probably just north of $17 million. So we've roughly quadrupled the size of the business, and brings our total customer count to over 90,000 customers that are using Banzai products. So that's it's fantastic. The magic of this product is that we've put AI directly into the video editor. So now, as a user, you can go in and actually describe the kind of video you want to create, and AI will do everything from writing the script, creating the scenes, generating the images, assembling the scenes together, generating 3D characters for you, inserting them into the scenes, AI-based lip syncing, all kinds of things like this that make it, really, really fast for people to produce high quality content. And, we think there's, I want to say, a slew of new AI features, maybe 5 or 6 new core AI features that we've added to this product that, will take stuff that it was already quite fast. You could already do a great video in an hour. You'll now be able to do that same thing in 10 or 15 minutes. So it's going to be an amazing improvement for our customers.
And what is this called?
It's called Create Studio.
Create Studio. And when is this launch?
This is launching on Tuesday of this week, so February 25th. And the website is createstudio.com.
Fantastic. Good domain name too, by the way. Oh my gosh, I feel like I want to try that out for my business.
Go check it out.
All right, Joe, thank you so much. Great products you have here. This is the time to be in your industry. So we appreciate you being on New to the Street.
Yeah, thanks so much, Anna. Great to see you as always.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching.